I'm sure middle of America gets millions of views. None of us are watching Chicago Fire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Every you're watching football and they're like the #1 hit NBC show, fucking Tacoma Police Force,
NYPD Blue
Junior, Hawaii Division, Middle School Crossing Guard. And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean. This week it's episode 139. And this week, rejoining me in Texas is my very good friend, Don Pierno. Thank you for doing the podcast.
Y'all.
Yeah, and hey, for those who are listening, the last two episodes have been bi-weekly. It's not going back to that. I had a podcast that the audio was fucked up on and we lost it. And so then I didn't have time to record it. So while I'm on tour, there's going to be an episode coming out. Well, fuck. By the time you heard this, it doesn't matter. Never mind. All right. Well, that's why it's been coming out twice a week.
Keep listening.
Yeah, just keep listening. I realized I was like, this doesn't make sense to anyone.
No, that doesn't. Yeah,
this is coming out when I'm back, like the Wednesday I get back from tour. Or something.
Here's what's going on in the next 2 weeks. You guys listen up, dude.
Dude, you're out here in Texas. I think since the last time you did the podcast, you broke your back. Spinal.
I broke my back fully, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. How is that? Well, I mean, for the listeners, can you want to kind of let them know what happened?
Yeah, so in August, I was walking into work. I tripped over a crack in the sidewalk, and I broke my back instead of my mother's back. I've had like a bad condition since I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like I took a bad charge in basketball once and I was just like, my tailbone hurts. And they took me to the doctor and the guy's like, oh, you got a crooked spine, man. Like take it easy on this. And then over the years of just like, dude, I used to be a hardcore gym rat, like believe it or not.
Yeah.
I have receipts, dude.
Yeah, we believe you.
But dude, like, so like all that stuff and like powerlifting and deadlifting, I was doing everything, dude. Like I never had problems with it until this last like year, man. And then in August, I had 2 emergency back surgeries. I have a full spinal fusion.
Yeah, dude, that shit was crazy. Like, that was such a wild time when that happened because it was scary. Like, we were worried about you and, like, we didn't know what happened. And I remember Galen was like, I think Dom's going to die. You know,
I could have died, bro.
But also his dramatic ass is it wasn't like, oh, my God, like, his back is fucked up. He was just like, I think Dom is going to die. And I was like, what? And then that was kind of how I found out. But I'm glad honestly, I remember when I talked to you probably like a couple weeks after it and you were still in the hospital and you were kind of explaining to me what happened and like the way you looked and how your condition was. I'm so surprised that you're able to be here right now. Because I mean, how long ago was it again?
August, so like 6 months now.
So 6 months, in 6 months I would not have thought that you could get on a plane and fly here. Like I would have thought you would just be like, finally wiping my ass by myself.
Dude, it's barely been like 2 weeks of me being able to like drive and do shit, dude.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm just barely back, but like back with a new lease, man. Like
new lease on life, new way to
moving
look at
here
it.
In the summer.
Hell yeah.
Officially. So just gotta wait for my lease to run out.
Yeah, that's always a bitch. But I mean that'll give you time to get money and funds. Did you find somewhere you like out here? Or
we've been looking at apartments.
Yeah.
So my girlfriend's out here with me.
Yeah.
We've looked at like 3 apartments already. We have a bunch more scheduled for the next couple of days. And then we're doing fun touristy shit. Like we're gonna go see the Alamo and
feed
the Longhorns.
Oh, all right, hell yeah! You guys did some fun ass shit. Yeah, the Alamo,
it,
the Alamo's pretty gay. I'm not gonna lie, it's a cool story.
The cooler story is that Ozzy Osbourne got banned for pissing on it.
Really? That's cool.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
They banned Ozzy from Texas for like 10 years or some crazy shit because he pissed on the Alamo, bro. The best, dude. Ozzy Osbourne's the best, bro.
Wow, that is cool. I didn't know that. There needs to be like a plaque of like Ozzy just pissing. That, I'm taking a piss.
Dude, there should be, dude. Like, what a cool thing to get banned for.
Well, yeah, because when you get there, you're gonna be like, this is just a fucking church building.
It's just a place.
And it's really tiny. You're almost immediately like, oh yeah, we lost because they were defending a building with some walls around it.
It makes it even more impressive though, dude.
It does, yeah.
I mean, that small space that those dudes fought for, I mean, that's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, you guys should really, there's like a guided tour too. That shit's honestly really fun to check out the guided tour. They give you the history, you learn like about the general who attacked and how he ends up getting caught and all this crazy. It's really interesting.
It's pretty nuts. I also found a fun fact about the Capitol that it's the biggest Capitol in the country because in Texas, they decided to add a statue to the top of it. It's the most Texas shit ever.
So
bro.
troll.
Ours is bigger. But like, what if the other capital, like, they're like, fuck that, we're gonna put a statue on, and they just put like a Texas A&M hat on this one.
Yeah. Hey, have you gone to the Capitol yet?
Not yet.
Oh, when you go, this is really funny. It's not funny in hindsight, but it's again so Texas. There is in the courtyard a bunch of like statue memorial, like representing important things of Texas history, like including like the Alamo, like the Texas Revolution, like the first people who moved here. And there is like a monument that they built that's like for African American heritage. Like they acknowledge that like there were slaves and that they helped build it and like this and that. And it's like a nice kind of normal size statue.
Here's what they built right here.
Yeah. This statue.
Unwillingly. Check it out.
And then no more than 10 feet away and almost triple the size is the Confederate
Yes.
Monument Memorial. Which is what?
You can't be offended, man. Black's right there.
Yeah. And it's like, it just says like in memoriam of the Confederacy, and it just has like, it's like Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, like, and they're kind of faded away like they died or some shit.
In memoriam of when America was great.
Yeah. And then 5 feet away is a statue that's like Mary J. Tucker died freeing like 100 innocent slaves, and they're like, just
and we don't like that. Go back to the other statue.
Oh man, it's funny. It's hilarious because I was like,
dude.
yeah, because I saw that and I was like, I remember I was very shocked that they had an African American monument in Texas.
Right.
It's Austin.
Of all places.
Yeah, it's Austin, but still, like in Texas, I was like, all right, that's interesting.
I'm surprised they didn't have the guy like holding a Confederate flag. Ain't that bad.
Yeah, it's the statue of the slaves that are like, we like slavery.
It's a statue of like Jay-Z. Like, I ain't know any other black people, man. Jay-Z with a Confederate flag.
Like when the NFL busts don't look anything like their players, you're like, this is Jay-Z. And they were like, it was the only one they had in stock.
I watched some rap videos. I got it, damn.
Oh man, yeah, it is. Yeah, that shit. But honestly, the building is pretty cool. I don't know. I kind of like. I think it's just like the deep down the old white man in me that's
Yeah,
like,
right.
since a baby, there's been like a little tiny, like, you drop water on those things and they grow.
Yeah.
That one of those of an old man has been inside me, trying to escape his whole life. I don't know. Some I'm like, that's a cool looking building. Like I like architecture, which is lame.
Confederacy. Bring it back. What?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I like a nice building.
I like a nice building built on the back of slaves.
Built by fair-waged employees that are unionized or ununionized, whatever they want.
Built with love and fear, baby. Structurally sound.
Have you seen that shit where, like, I don't know why recently, but everyone is talking about, okay, because obviously Egypt was so far ahead in its time when they built the pyramids and that shit.
When the aliens came and helped them.
Yeah,
build the pyramids.
the more and more as I go, because I found out the other day on TikTok that apparently the ancient like Aztecs and like Romans are closer, way closer in history to us than the Romans are to the ancient Egyptians.
And you learned this on TikTok?
I learned this on TikTok. Nice. It was a clip of Joe Rogan talking about it. So
it's true.
So Chinese propaganda told me.
Two very reliable sources. Yeah. Very reliable sources, yes.
Which I mean, I know, but I'm gonna, that's how I get my media, so I'm gonna believe it. Which I was like, damn, that's
in Rogan we trust. I mean, it's our Lord and Savior.
Yeah. As soon as I said Rogan, I could tell you were like, all right, this is true. Wow,
this motherfucker spitting, dude.
But their whole thing they're doing is they're like, if Egypt kept up with its technological advancements, this is what Egypt would look like, and it's all this like futuristic things, and people are like, bro, Egypt exists now. What do you mean? Like,
it's just the pyramids with a Best Buy in the middle.
An Apple store at the top.
A triangle-shaped Apple store at the top.
Some bullshit $10,000 Airbnb in the Sphinx's mouth.
Just to keep it legitimate.
Oh shit.
How did they do it though? Dude, we don't have that kind
Dude,
of time.
nah, but I'm with you because recently TikTok must know that I'm getting dumber and is like, yeah, let's throw some fucking conspiracies into him.
This dumb American send them down the rabbit hole.
Because it is why, like, once I found that, I'm like, damn, that is so long ago. And I've seen some other videos of people talking about them. Like, because, you watch one pyramid video and then TikTok's like, this guy likes pyramid videos. And so now, like, I get them occasionally. And it's like the way, like, it was an architect explaining how, like, perfectly made it is that it's made of, like, whatever, let's say 10,000 stones. Like, if one of those 10,000 stones is off, it wouldn't proportionally exist. Right. So like it was, and I mean, obviously like I'm not saying back then they couldn't figure out how math it's basic arithmetic. Like I get it, but still crazy that back then with like slave labor, it's not like it's some like, hey, we hired the top architect firm. We paid him 2.10 trillion. No, like you pillaged people and then we're like, build a pointy thing for our
dirt
God.
In their face and like, build it for God. Yeah.
And how heavy the stones were, and like the way they just like back then the most basic polar like lever situations, fucking lifted up, just so crazy to me. I mean, I'm not ready to fully hop on board, and I don't want to be branded as it's the alien guy, but it's like something's fishy, man.
I feel like it's not that complicated. It's just a really fucked story. Like, it didn't take a lot of technology. It just took like hundreds of people dying every day to push this giant stone up while someone got crushed underneath it. Like, what are the chances there's bones underneath most of them? Like, there's definitely bones in there, dude. Like, 100% people died making that. Like, it's just like, here, get 300 of them, push that one stone up. We'll lose half of them. We'll go get another 300, push that stone up.
Fuck.
Do it for God, bitch.
Life was so savage back then, dude.
Weird, bro.
Well, I mean, the other interesting theory I heard is that it's like maybe they were just way more advanced than we thought. And the thing is, it's so long ago.
They worshipped cats, dude.
That's also true. Okay, all right.
They were literally just cat ladies, bro. Like, just with really fancy headdresses.
Yeah. Like a zombie apocalypse happened, and it's like, oh, what if a group of all women took over? What if a group of all cat ladies took over?
Yeah, you get giant pyramids for no fucking reason, and everyone has to die for it. But I'm gonna wrap my cat in gold and bury him with me. Egyptians are dumb, dude.
Fuck, dude. Have you been watching The Last of Us?
No, because I didn't play the video game.
Me either.
I feel like I'm gonna be lost. Is it good?
Oh, yeah, it's really good, and it doesn't. That's the thing. I haven't played I've played the video game. Apparently, I own the video game, but I played like 5 minutes of it and then never played it again. And I know that'll people be like, oh, it's amazing. I mean, literally, when I tell people now, they're like, dude, go buy a PS3, buy the game, and play it tonight. And I'm like, no, but yeah, I don't think you need to. I'll watch the behind the scenes after, and they're already broken down that apparently like the first several episodes, like something that happens in the fourth episode is like not really a plot that even happens in the game. It's like a minor plot that they're and that's fine, and that's got to be cool for video game people who kind of know what's gonna happen. And that's my thing is now people are like, go play the video game. Movies and TVs are my shit. Like that's like my favorite form of media. I love a good video game, but like what I do more is consume TV and television, especially like a good show, bro.
I'm the opposite, dude. Like I use TV when I'm bored, and I do nothing but video games when I want.
Really?
Yeah. Like I just watch reruns of like Kitchen Nightmares and shit. Because like I don't want to commit to new shows, man. Because like I'm not gonna be like I get bored so fast, dude.
I understand. I have trouble committing to new shows too. Like I'm a guy who will watch the same show for like the seventh time.
Yeah, bro.
Instead of that show that like people are like, Brandon Lejeune, I will suck your dick if you watch this show. I'm begging you. And like people are like, it's the greatest show. I'm just like,
they're on their knees like, you have to watch Game of Thrones. Like, no, I have to watch Breaking Bad for the seventh time.
Oh yeah, I literally just finished Breaking Bad for the fourth time.
It's the best TV series that's ever existed.
It's amazing.
I've rewatched it like maybe 10 times now.
And Better Call Saul might like hold up with it. It's so fucking good. Erica we just took her through Breaking Bad for the first time. And so we're going to watch Better Call Saul when I get back from tour. And El Camino.
Spoiler alert, sorry. But I got to the end of Better Call Saul and felt sad, bro.
Oh, yeah,
I was like, no, dude, Saul.
And it's like the end of like it was kind of that thing where all of a sudden you're like, okay, again, hey, if skip like 2 minutes ahead and we'll be done if you don't want Breaking Bad or
Right.
Better Call Saul spoilers. I want to give that warning because it's an amazing show,
It
but
is an
also
amazing
like
show, but-
both shows are done.
Yeah,
So
they're done,
go
and they've
fuck
been
yourself.
done.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself twice.
The thing I think when Better Call Saul ended, I was like, oh damn, okay, like this ties like
it's
because
over.
Breaking Bad is like of the Breaking Bad universe, and I fucking hate
It is
that everything's
though,
a
dude.
universe.
It
But
is
like,
though
okay,
now,
of the
yeah.
Breaking Bad universe, because I don't have a better word. At the end of Breaking Bad, it is all but resolved except Jesse and Saul's story.
Right, exactly.
And they give us the Jesse and Saul's through El Camino and Better Call Saul, and they also give us the full pre-story of the Breaking Bad universe.
That's why it's the best series that's ever existed, because nothing's left untouched, bro. Like,
Yeah,
literally you get everything, beginning all the way to the end from every
I think the
character.
only two things that I'm still dying to know are, does Walt Jr. get his money? But it's pretty like assumed with the laser pointer thing.
Yeah, they're gonna.
And then I want to know, does Skylar end up doing jail time? Because they kind of leave it that's like, we don't believe the wife, but like sources say, and maybe because he returned and like they get the body and they know Heisenberg's dead, they're kind of done with it.
It didn't seem like it, but like it also was like, dude, how crazy was it? Because there's a scene in Better Call Saul towards the end of the series where fucking I can't remember her name. Yeah, Marie shows up.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, I swear to God, bro, I've never been so emotionally invested in a
Bro,
show. Like,
you
my
get
heart sank. I was like,
chills.
oh my God, it's Marie, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, because
Forget
again,
about that, dude.
and they wrapped up everything. I mean, everything. I mean, there's even like little subtle note, like the most beautiful subtle things are like at the start of El Camino, like there's a scene where TV's playing, and in the background you can hear like suspected Heisenberg methylamine accomplice and runner of like the company Lydia dies of believed ricin poison. Yeah, like yeah. So you're like, oh shit, like they tie up everything so nicely. But at the end of Better Call Saul, I had that sad moment where I was like, damn,
it's over.
There's no story left to tell. This is done. Like even an article came out today. I don't know if you've seen, they're doing a Breaking Bad Super Bowl ad.
No.
Don't look it up, because here's the thing: Super Bowl ads come out now before the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl comes out like 2 months before the Super Bowl.
It's so dumb. So like
I've
seen it, but it's a great commercial. Enjoy it when it comes on your TV during the Super Bowl. But Bryan Cranston did like an interview yesterday, and they asked him about the commercial, and he was like, yeah, I truly, like, I've said this now a couple times, but like I don't see a way where that wasn't the last time that I ever am Walter White again. And I kind of knew that, but I was like, come on, Vince, do another show.
Right?
Come on, do something. Give me young Gus. Give me young Gus. Let's go to Peru.
Dude, yeah,
Let's go to Peru. Fuck it. I don't give a kid. We don't know what he did before. Like come
dude,
on, please. But to kind of tie it back to The Last of Us, yeah, dude, The Last of Us you should watch. And I don't know about you. I know you're not, like you just said, you're not the biggest TV guy. I think I'm addicted to, like, obviously feeling good is such like a broad spectrum, but like the rule, like I hate wasting time, so I need every activity I do to feel rewarding. Like this has to be a good time, or I have to be like, he was kind of annoying, but like we got good clips, or like it has to not feel like I wasted my time. Anything like when I bomb, I'm like, I just wasted their time, my time. Fuck, like
yeah, that sucks.
But the great thing about, I love like The Last of Us and House of Dragon, because everyone in the world is pretty much watching these shows.
Right.
Like it's a cultural phenomenon, and they don't come often. There's not like it's hard. I mean, there's popular shows but like, bro, sure, I'm sure middle of America gets millions of views. None of us are watching Chicago Fire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
every you're watching football and they're like, the #1 hit NBC show, fucking Tacoma Police Force,
NYPD Blue,
yeah,
Junior
Hawaii,
Division,
Middle School Crossing Guard,
NYPD, middle school cafeteria lady,
Boise, Idaho mechanic, and you're like, why are we making these shows? But I get it, because that's a show that, like, fucking,
for our moms, bro.
Yeah, our mom and our dad
literally
can turn it on with their 7-year-old kids, and it's entertaining them, and it's entertaining the kids, and there's no profanity.
And they can watch 90-year-old Tom Selleck act still.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I remember when he was hot.
But very rarely is it like a show that, I mean, like is more popular than those, and it's just everyone watches, all ages. Like my parents called me and were like, have you seen the show Last of Us? Like, we're watching it. Like everyone and their mother is watching this show. Like it, and I'm just so addicted to that feeling of like, oh fuck, it's Sunday, like, and getting on, catching the episode. Then you go on Twitter, you search the hashtag, you go on TikTok, you watch people who are like, you didn't notice this, but in the back of scene 4, it's a callback to the first episode. And you're like, oh, this shit's awesome. Like, I'm addicted to that.
I never got into Game of Thrones, and now like it's impossible, dude. I can never put that kind of time into catching up on that series.
What's hilarious is I also just finished rewatching Game of Thrones for a second time. So here, my thoughts on those, because I know there's a lot of people that haven't done the journey. I understand why you wouldn't want to do Game of Thrones. A lot of stuff has been spoiled. It's hard not to hear everyone and myself too complain that the last season was a little rushed.
That's hard, dude. Like
it's not a bad
sucked. You're like, fuck.
See, I rewatched it, and I watched the 8th season. Like, it finished airing, and then I got to the 8th season like 3 weeks after it finished. So like, I kind of was able to hop into the fallout of it, and it was so long ago when I watched it. I rewatched it. I don't think the ending's bad like people wanted. I think it was still kind of true to like the Game of Thrones twists and spoilers and not what you think and like different. But like, I don't think it wrecked any character arcs. But it did, like, things happened in like half an episode that you were like, did 3 years just pass? Are you shitting me right now? Like, so you kind of like, I get that. And it's long and it's 8 seasons. And now, House of Dragon, I would recommend watching because the first season just came out. It's 10 episodes. They weren't sure if the last season did so bad that they were like, hey, we're just doing 1 season, maybe, because we don't know if people are going to like this.
Do I need to have seen Game of Thrones, though?
Because it's 115 years before Game of Thrones. So it's like watching, if you watch Better Call Saul first, you're technically fine watching it first.
I mean,
like,
that's true.
So it's kind of that where they're even like a generational gap. So there's like no real effects of either in each show, which is nice. And that's kind of why I'm like, oh yeah, it's reasonable to check this out. There's not like all this lore you have to catch up on.
For me though, like,
oh, I mean, dude, there's a scene like this one. They were really like, yo, we're an adult show, and like
up on the rape this season, boys.
Bro, you watch a miscarriage happen, like the fetus comes out and stuff, and like I'm like, oh man, like,
why do we need that, bro? Like,
yeah, bro,
we already know that stuff happened. We don't need that.
Yeah, like, it's brutal, but. I mean, there's a lot of good shows, but that's
I'm not a big fan of kids, so that does kind of sound cool.
Lots,
on camera.
So you've been out here in Austin for what, a day now?
Yeah, we got here Tuesday afternoon.
You and Terry Black's?
Went to Terry Black's, spent way too much fucking money.
Yeah.
Bro.
See, here's the thing that like sucks about Terry Black's. Terry Black's is a great place to go with like me, you, and Galen.
Right.
And Erica and Jody, because then what happens is there's 5 of us. They have a family meal where you get like 2 pounds of meat, like 6, like everything we would need, and it's like $120. Yeah, so you're like, oh, it's $20 a person, and so like it's reasonable. And like I got like the 6-person one with 6 of my like buddies, and we were like, bro, this is not gonna be enough, and we were like stuffed. Dude. So it's kind of one of those things where it benefits to go with a large group, or you know, it works great for me as a resident is like, oh, mom, dad, you're in town. You want to go? Of course. Oh, aunt, you're in town. Uncle, let's go. And then they're like, I got the meal.
Oh, don't worry about this.
And you're like, yeah, let's get 9 pounds of brisket, 14 corns off the cob. Like you can really.
2 people. $70.
Yeah, it's hard because you also want to try. Like, I get it. If you also go in there and you're just like, hey, I'm going to get a sandwich. You can walk out of there.
Brisket.
Yeah, how much brisket did you get?
We got like 6 slices of brisket.
What'd you go pound wise?
It was like a pound.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, because a pound's like $30, and then you got all the stuff. Yeah, it's not
worth it. Like,
it's worth it.
Like worth it, bro. Like, but you can't go there all the time.
Dude. Yeah, it's hard to explain to like. I get the poor mindset where you're like, bro, I just spent $37 each. That was 3 other meals out at like 100%. Decent places. So I get the stress, but it's kind of one of those things where you're like, win in Rome. Like, win in.
Do it, right?
Yeah, you want to try. It's
literally like my dick tingled. Like, it was so fucking good, bro.
Yeah, dude, I go there like, and like, it's a birthday event. It's a good chance I go on my birthday again if no one's visited recently. Type thing. How much
money do you think that place makes every month, dude?
I cannot fathom, bro. On my birthday, you know, we're like a month and a half into living here, so we'd only been one time, and I had still my good old job, so I had
Right.
fucking money, and I was like, yo, like, babe, it's my birthday. Let's go to Terry Black's. And it was a Saturday, and we went at like noon, and we waited 2 hours to get our food. And it was like if you've been to that parking lot, it was like out the door, through the parking lot, it goes around the smoker into that area, and it's a phenomenon, and it's one of the few. I feel like a lot of times when there's a tourist spot like that, it's overrated.
Yeah. It's not though.
It's not. The overrated one in town is Franklin's. It's good, but
Someone told me to check out Franklin's too, and I was like, I'm gonna go Terry Black's, dude.
The problem with Franklin's is it's when I say overrated, someone might be like, it's the best ribs I've ever had. It might be, but what you can't deny is that the fact that on weekends it opens at 8 and people line up out front at 6 a.m. with chairs and wait, and half the time on a weekend it sells out by like 11:30.
That's nuts.
And it's only open till 2, and it's closed like on like Thursday and Tuesday or some stupid shit like that. And I get it. It's cool, and it's an OG, and I'm sure it's amazing, but it's just I'm like, I know I just waited 2 hours in line for Terry Black's, but that was in the middle of the day and I was new. Like, I wouldn't do that now. Like, we had people visit and pulled up to that same line, and I looked at them and I go, hey man, this meal's amazing. I wouldn't wait 2 hours. I can go get you a barbecue that's like maybe half a step down, but you can wait 0 minutes.
Right.
And then you're like, yeah, let's not stand on hot blacktop.
We circled the parking lot twice, got a parking spot, went in, waited in line for like 5 minutes maybe.
Well, yeah, because you're great. You went on a Wednesday during the middle of the day.
Yeah.
That's when you got to go.
Yeah.
Even on a Wednesday night, like you guys would be fine during dinner time. The weekends are where you fuck up, and that's the thing. People visit on a weekend, so it's like, hey, let's go. And my thing is, it's like, all right, if you're here on a weekend, let's open it. Let's get it at 11. I know that that's a little early but like this is your lunch. We can have a beer and hang out, and then we don't have to get back in line. Like you can cut once you order food.
Right.
It's like a rule there. So like, let's just get there before we're waiting hours in the hot sun, or there's no tables, or even the worst is like I've waited like, maybe you wait 30 minutes and you're like, yeah, it could be worse, and then you get there and they're like, we're out of beef ribs and we're out of brisket. You can get like chicken, sausage, and turkey. And you're like,
fuck.
I just waited 45 minutes for this. And it was still fire, but you're like, this is not, it's not what I came for. You can't fucking justify it.
It was good, dude. We're not going to eat there again.
Of course not.
But it was good.
Yeah. Is there anywhere else you guys are considering grubbing out at?
No, I don't know. We're looking for suggestions. We're gonna probably just go have dinner tomorrow night somewhere, but I have no idea where.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, it depends. I can give you a few places. Like, I can give you some like more like I gotta spend a little more, but it's like a nice view. Or I can give you like hidden gems. If you're looking for, dude, I gotta shout this fucking place out, bro. And it's my goal. The food show was supposed to come back this month, and then the tour got booked. So I was like, all right. Got to wait another month so I can get my funds back up, be home, and like film it and shit. So we're bringing it back, and this place I have to do that. It's called Show Me Pizza. It's like a local little Austin spot. It's funny enough, dude. There's like a few corporate places called Toss Pizza in Austin. Good, but like, it's like the local like chain kind of thing. Yeah, a little above a Domino's. I'm trying to like think. There's not a lot like that in California, but it's not like really. There's like 6 Toss Pizzas in Austin, and they're like higher end like pizza, like nicer than Domino's, but not like gourmet pizza. They're catty corner right next to each other, which is so crazy because they're like competing with each other. This place is the smaller one. It's like a owners in there. I met him when I got there, but bro, they don't just do like cheese and pepperoni pizza. I got 2 pizzas and they were insane. The first one so good, dude.
Fuck yeah,
so good. It's do you know what burrata cheese is? Yeah. Dude, burrata is like my favorite cheese, especially when you get on like crostini. So it's burrata cheese, not like mozzarella, it's burrata cheese, and then it's Nashville hot chicken. So there's pieces of Nashville hot chicken. The sauce is like slightly mixed with like, I lived in Kentucky, which was right outside of Nashville, and that was like the city we went to. And I had a lot of Nashville barbecue. And there's a difference between Nashville barbecue and Memphis barbecue and Texas barbecue. And there's like this distinct like spice. I don't know what it's called. I'm sure there's obviously a name for what spice it is.
Danos.
That's like Danos is in. Yeah, Tony Chachere's is in. All like Nashville barbecue. It had like that seasoning, and it was like hot, but like the burrata cheese cooled it down. It came with pickled onions on it too, like to kind of give you that pickled on the sandwich, but onions go better with pizza. I know. We turned the mic around to the AKG. Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah. Dude. And then the other pizza we got is there's a dish at a lot of Italian restaurants called like creamy arrabbiata pasta. And it's like an orange like vodka sauce kind of, but it's spicy. And there's like a lot of flavors in it. They had a burrata pizza. An arrabbiata pizza, which, and the name was amazing. It was called Domo Arigato, Mr. Arrabbiata. And I was like, that name
That's
alone,
fucking great. Yeah, you got
I got to order that.
Bro. Yeah, 100%.
Bro, I don't mean to be like a food nerd or anything, but it was like that. Okay, the Nashville one is what I came for. Burrata, favorite cheese. Nashville hot chicken's one of my like favorite dishes. Came for that. Bro, this arrabbiata pizza, like you took a bite and you got like the cheese and the pepperoni and the sausage, like a normal pizza bite. And then you got like the sweetness of like the sweet onions and this other sauce it had on it. And then it had like chili aioli and that. And then you get the spice. So it was like tangy, spicy, and sweet all at the same time. Bro, I literally was losing my mind eating it. Like, it was.
Dude, that sounds bomb.
And they got a bunch of other like cool combinations like that. Show Me Pizza in Austin. If you come to Austin, that's like the new spot that I like. Like I said, I discovered it last weekend, and it's now the spot where when people come in town, it's where I'm gonna take them. It's so fucking good. Like,
check it out tomorrow.
Yeah, you should check it out. I'm bummed. It's what are the odds of the fucking timing of you coming here? So funny.
Crazy, dude. I haven't seen you guys in forever, bro. And I finally come out to Austin after like 2 full years. You're like, yeah, we're going to the road for 2 weeks. See you later, dude. I'm like, fuck,
I know. I think what makes me not super sad about it is that you're moving out here.
Yeah.
Because I was like, fuck, like you're getting in Tuesday. And I was working at East Austin, and you guys were getting in. I was like, we're not hanging out Tuesday. No. And then I was like, Wednesday, I was like, oh, we'll go out and party. But then I was like, oh, we're going to have to leave that day. And we're leaving tomorrow. I got to be up at 4 a.m. to head up north to get to TARS to head out. So I'm like, bro, fuck. Like, we're not even going to get to, like, throw a few back and like.
It's okay, though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We do comedy tonight at Rockies.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, bro.
Yeah.
It'll be to get on stage together. It's a good time, dude.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Rockies is a fun little, like, here's the funniest thing about the room is it's a free show. And we do.
That's all I do, dude.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, like, as in we don't sell tickets to it. You'll get paid. Everyone in Austin, you don't do comedy without getting paid. That's like not a. This is just not a
in
thing.
Orange County, you don't do comedy but with getting paid.
Oh! I went on that tour of California and I did like 8 shows in a row. I was like, bro, I drove 2 hours. You have not $10 for me. You can't throw me the 10 I see in that tip jar. Like,
made $20 the entire trip.
Yeah, what, bro? Like, thank God that Ernie, takes care of his comics up in SLO and made the trip worth it. But like, so I was rudely reminded, and just also the quality of shows of where people in Austin love art. And comedy is an art form to them, and everyone that is at the event is willing to give your art form a shot. And so it's really cool. But the funny thing about this Rockies one is we tried to sell pre-sale tickets, hey, like, don't miss out on having a seat, because it is standing room only sometimes and shit. And we're like, don't miss out on a seat. And our idea is like, makes it an event. Now you got tickets. It adds it into your calendar. Right. We get like 2 to 10 pre-sales normally. And then like 8, doors at 8 o'clock hits, and there's always 1 to 3 people in there, and me and Brian, the co-runner, start going, all right, we're gonna have to cancel it. Like, fuck. All right, what do we tell these people? Are like, tonight, like, we got our 4 comics are from San Antonio, all of them, and then you from California. So like this is the night where we can't have, and we'll panic and we panic, and then you blink and it's 8:25 and there's 40 people in there randomly, and I don't know where they come from, but they come the fuck out, and like it's a small enough room where even if there's 20 people in it, it's still a fun time.
I like that about here, dude. Like, it's such a fucking creative area. Like, driving, there's just murals everywhere and shit. Like, everybody's been super fucking nice too, dude. Like,
it's cool. Like, dude, I got recognized for the first time in my life. Like, and I handled it so bad, and it was a bad place to get recognized. So did
you ask them to take a picture with you?
Nah.
You want to take a picture with me, right? Come on, I got you. Don't worry about it.
That would have been so funny. Nah. Like another guy I produced a comedy show with was like, hey, I'm doing a music event. I'm looking for door guys. I'll pay you $60 for 3 hours and you get to watch the show. And I'm like, I need money, $60 to sit on my ass. I'm down. So I was the door guy,
Easy money. Love
which
it.
like, you know, you're a door guy at a music thing. I'm dressed in like all black. I look like I work for the venue, but it was really cool because like
I look more like a drum tech, but yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah, I lost the door guy body. I don't have the door guy body no
You got
more.
drum tech body, though, all day, yeah.
I got a mean face, though. That's what's
I'm like,
good.
door guy body? I'm just running past you, man.
Yeah. But it was cool because I was like standing there and hey, you guys here for the show? Can I check your tickets? Kind of is what I'm doing to everyone. And this guy walks up and we like look up and I'm like, hey, you got tickets? And he's like kind of smiling at me, which I'm like, oh, this guy's hella friendly. Like, I love a good friendly guy. And he's like, dude, you're really funny. And I was like, huh? And he was like, oh, dude, I don't know how, but I like found your stuff on the internet and I watched all your shit. Like, you were so fucking funny. And I was like, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And he was like, he kind of looked at me like, oh shit, this guy's on the spectrum. This is cool, dude. Like,
oh no, I think he's autistic. Trains.
It was really. On July 4th, 1984, the newspaper headline read.
At exactly 11:58 a.m., I had one single piece of toast with one square of butter, evenly spread.
No, it was really cool, though, because then even on the way, like, by the end of the show, I had, like, my notebook out, and I was, like, jotting down the set I was doing later and some, like, premise ideas and stuff, and he was, like, leaving the show early, and he's like, oh, shit, are you writing new bits? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, oh, dude, that's so fucking cool. And I was like, cool, oh, dude, this is the first time that, like, because I figured eventually it might happen getting to do shows and putting out content and being in Austin, because it's kind of like, it's like people who go to, like, comedy events are also going to go to music. Like, it's kind of a similar community.
They like everything. Yeah, it seems like they just like people that are creative, dude.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that was exciting to, like, to have someone just out of the blue be like, I recognize you, dude. And even kind of from the internet, too. Not even like, oh, I saw you last night type thing. Like, he just was like, oh, yeah, I follow you. I was like,
dude, it's pretty cool, man. Some of your clips have gotten, like, up to 1 million views, man. So
yeah, man.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's cool. Yeah, I really, really, you know, I'm fucking grateful for it.
And you're doing the podcast is great, dude.
No, thank you. Yeah. I was saving this for you. It's been a while since we did it. You ready to go through Reddit for some?
Fucking ready, dude.
All right.
I'm ready, dude.
All right, let me get this over here. Sorry for the listeners. We have a weird setup today. There we go. All right.
I made Brandon bring this back because it's my shit.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. So the first thing we got is we're gonna go through Reddit with the rapid fire would you rather's, because
I love it, dude. This is my jam, bro.
All right. Here we go. Let's see. We're just gonna. So for people who haven't listened before, normally I take the time to go through Reddit and pick out would you rathers. And I know that so with some of the nonsense ones, I'm sure people are like, you just pick the first 4. Bro, sometimes I have to go through like 10 pages because it'll be like, all right, if you were at the store and you had a boner, would you rather put it in marmalade or Pamela Anderson?
It's a tough choice.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm clearly really picking the marmalade, dog. Yeah, but
that one's not going to give you herpes, dude.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck that Baywatch wasn't made by Marmalade. Okay,
yeah, that's fine.
yeah. I'm here for the marm. But so some of these you might see as bail. There might be some lulls. That's the beauty of this. The first one I haven't read it yet. Would you rather be the richest person ever or bring one person back from the dead? That is actually a good one. The richest person ever or bring one person back from the dead.
I'm gonna be the richest person ever. That person's already dead. Fuck them.
Yeah.
What am I gonna bring back my dad so he can keep drinking till he kills himself again? What am I gonna do that for, bro?
No, you're right. But like counter argument, have you ever lost someone young that you actually enjoyed their presence?
Yeah, my dad.
Okay. All right then. But
I
yeah,
love
but you're
him, but he made
yeah,
his
but
bed,
like I'm
dude.
talking maybe someone who didn't like abuse
be a
you and fuck your
billionaire.
childhood up. Like
Oh, you mean like
know,
that?
like a homie or like a grandma or like an aunt or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a piece of shit, dude.
Nah,
Like,
'cause-
I would just rather have the money. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I
Nah.
love you, dude.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to think of like I'm thinking of some loved ones or friends or family or anyone that's like lost early. And I think all of them, if you were like, they were like, it was all black. There's nothing in the afterlife. Why am I back right now? What happened? And I'm like, like a genie came out and it gave me a would you rather, and blah 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 blah. They would be like, you didn't pick being the richest person.
you fucking idiot.
My life sucked. I'm $20,000 in debt. You just brought me back. I now have 6 years of back taxes.
What if they just killed themselves again right in front of you? You're like, no!
There's nothing to live for.
God, no.
You're like, oh my
Could
god.
have been the richest person in the world. Fuck.
All right. So then this next one, I peeked at it. So here's the thing. I just listened to the new Your Mom's House episode that was with Tony Hawk and this other skater, and they did this Would You Rather. So, like, I hate doing another podcast Would You Rather, especially a recent one, but I did think that this was such a good one, and so I guess we're going to...
Yeah, but no one listens to that podcast.
Yeah, no one listens to that podcast. Oh, I got a hair in my mouth. See, this is why they listen to
That's
this
why they
podcast.
listen to this one. Yeah, exactly.
I can't get it off either. Okay, would you rather weigh 400 pounds or your significant other weigh 400 pounds? You wake up the next day and either of you are just 400 pounds.
I wake up like that every day already, dude. It's a bad one, bro.
Nah,
Like,
but real talk, bro, you would be like 200 pounds heavier than you are almost 200 pounds. You know what I mean?
I'm not
Like
dating a fat chick, bro. So it's gonna have to be me.
that was exactly Tom Segura's answer.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, again, I think, I mean, yeah, unfortunately, I think it's just realistically, and it's kind of like, so the argument is this selfish or selfless? Because it's like, we know ourselves, and we know that deep down, if our significant other was 400 pounds, it would be hard to be attracted to him. And I'm sure both of our very nice significant others would go, what are you talking about? I would love you if you were 400 pounds. No, you wouldn't.
Mine might. She already loves me now, and I'm
Okay,
pushing 3,
yeah.
So.
Okay, all right, yeah. I guess you're only 100 pounds. Yeah,
About
okay.
100 pounds, 120, 30 pounds away, give or take.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. I mean, I'm a whole. It's another me if I become 4. I'm right on around 200 pounds. So
But if I got to wake up the next day with abs and she was 400 pounds, I guess I'm into fat chicks now because
yeah.
I'm never going to
All
work hard enough for that on my own.
right, I don't want to go too into this one because I literally listened to this Would You Rather not more than 10 minutes ago.
Pick it up.
So like, yeah, I wanted to hear your answer and I thought it was similar. But I was gonna start getting reasoning. I'm like, I'm just gonna be
Not reasoning, no.
regurgitating what they said. All right, would you rather kill one random human or kill all the cats and dogs in the world?
Oh, one person's got to go.
One
bro.
random person, yeah. And
they
here's the
gotta
thing:
go.
even if I'm like one random person, and then I look to the left and your head is gone, again, I think you get it.
I don't want cats to die or dogs.
Yeah. I'm not even a cat person, and that's just like that's not a genocide I'm ready to be responsible for.
Remember that movie? I think it was literally called The Box, where someone brought a box and you could push the button, but you got like $1 million, but someone in like a random
person died. Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
I watched that movie. I'd have hit it before she finished her sentence. If you
Oh,
push
yeah.
that button, I'd be like, bang.
Yeah, I think I would be hesitant because I would be like, hold up, like, is it random? Truly random, or is this some sick trick where like I go home and my mom's dead?
Oh, it's
Or did
truly
you-
random. You're gonna fucking kill a doctor in the middle of heart surgery.
I don't give a fuck. Give me the 2-for-1 special.
You get,
baby.
you get to like a $2 million.
Fuck them, bro. I don't give a damn. Hey, dude, hear me out. I hope it's one dude holding on to a rope that 100 humans are dangling above a
Right, yeah,
volcano, and he's the one that disintegrates, so they all fall in, and I get 101 Dalmatian
I hope
kills.
it's like the dude who's manning the nuke button. He's just like,
Yeah.
there goes China. Now I'm rich and popular, dude.
That's hilarious. The thought of the guy just KOs on like a car horn.
Ah, shit, Frank fell asleep.
Fuck.
What if there was just one guy, like, and his job was just to sit in front of that button, make sure no one pushes it?
Okay, this question feels a little creepy to me. Would you rather keep the age minimum at 18 years old or raise it to 21 years old?
Oh, you mean like if you can drink and shit? I mean, honestly, dude.
But it says everything. So, like, are we talking about the age of consent too? Because I mean, I'm fine raising it up. Now it makes you feel creepy if you stick for 18.
I mean, 18 is the age of consent.
Yeah.
But I'm 38, so if I was the fucking 18-year-old, that's still sketch,
Yeah,
dude.
this one
Like,
sucks. Keep it at 18. If you can go serve our country and kill people, you
They let them drink in Germany at
let
like
'em drink.
16, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck
let them.
it.
Yeah.
And Germany's never done anything wrong, as history will tell us. So they're fine.
Would you rather be a man with no penis or a man with no eyes? No, so would you rather be blind or have no dick? And that's a hard question.
I'd rather be blind. You never can fuck again, bro. You're
Yeah, but
gonna
there's
see
other
every girl you can't fuck.
There's
That's gonna
other
suck.
ways to find pleasure. My butthole. I heard ears are a erogenous zone recently on a
You can't
podcast.
fuck a girl with your butthole, dude.
I can get a strap on. Like, the fucking is not the pleasure. That's work, dog. The coming is the pleasure.
This fucking guy, that fucking work, man.
Yeah, dude, that's no one's like, oh yeah, you know what my favorite part of sex is? The thrusting and the sweating.
This guy just goes in the bathroom and gets like 3/4 of the way. There's like, get in here, get in here, get in here.
Oh yeah, but hey, you've also never gone in the bathroom, jerked yourself off to almost completion, and been like, that was dope. I'm good.
I need to come. Fuck
Yeah,
this.
miss me with the bullshit, bro. Yeah, you need to come. So
No,
like,
but it turns out that vagina is actually really good, though.
okay,
you know?
all right, that's fair. You're right. The sensation. I am forgetting that. You're right.
Aside
But
from
I'm-
all the work you gotta
But
put
my
in.
thought is like, okay, like on a sensation scale, like 10 is the greatest, 10 is coming, 0 is getting raped and tortured. Like the
Fucking, why does it have to be so strict?
because it's the worst feeling in the world and the greatest feeling in the world.
I don't think
So
having-
similar. That's the conundrum that God put us in.
So basically, what you're saying is fucking before you come is like getting raped and tortured, and then when
No,
you come,
no,
it's
no,
like
no, no,
they
no,
cut
no.
the ties off.
I'm trying to argue that like on the grand scheme of things, the vagine part of sex, of putting it in, is a great feeling, but it's like what, maybe an 8, 7, 9. I'll give you all those. It's not a 10 though.
It depends on.
I feel like it can be replaced by other things, like the sensation of the vagina. See, I know this sounds dumb, but we have to argue would you rather's, or else this podcast is just a whole bunch of me talking about nothing.
The alphabet mafia is going to be mad at you about this one. Let me tell you what, dude.
So my thoughts are yeah, okay. Okay. I guess when you get that whole concept in it, there's a ton of men with no penis. But like, besides that,
There's a ton of women with.
I
no
would
penis,
rather
okay?
have no penis and get my sensations from like your prostate, your ears, whatever the fuck I find out is me, than never be able to like look at tits again, watch a movie, watch sports. Like, I get you can listen. Listening is a huge thing. It's if it was listening, I think it's no brainer.
but-
Cut my dick off.
How are you? What are you gonna watch the Eagles win the Super Bowl and not go jack off to celebrate? Like that's
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean? Like
You're
you can
making
hear
valid
them
points.
win the Super Bowl, yeah, and then
You're
you can just
making-
go bust one out. You know what I mean? Like
I think we're gonna have to disagree. Or we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one.
Okay.
I'm keeping my eyes. You can have my penis.
so what I'll do is we'll walk around together. You can tell me who's hot, and I'll tell you what it's like to fuck them.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
It'll be a perfect.
We're
it's
a
perfect,
very
dude.
weird throuple.
Yeah, a
So
throuple,
I'm
yeah.
the emotional side of it. He's the physical. He doesn't need a lot of compassion and comfort. He needs weed and blowjobs.
I need weed and blowjobs. That's it. dude.
He's a simple man.
Simple man.
All right. Would you rather? Oh wait, no. Sorry, we just did that one. Would you rather be an hour early? Wait, what? Would you rather be an hour early, a minute late, or a minute late? Okay. Learn
No.
to spell, dickhead. Would you rather watch a movie that's rated 6.7 out of 10 or 5.8 out of 10?
Who comes up with these?
Okay, here we go. This is such a long-worded one. No, we're skipping this one too. It was doing, would you rather watch like a 6 out of 10 from critics but has 9 out of 10 from users, or a 10 out of 10 from critic but users? Yeah, every time we're going users, critics can suck my dick.
so
This is
dumb, dude. I
universal.
don't pay attention
Do
to the
hard
reviews.
ones, bro. Do hard ones. Would you rather after dying set the... These are so dumb.
Would you rather lose both your feet or never have control over when you shit? Like, so if you have to shit, it just happens. Like, you're not.
Sorry,
but
what was yours? Because I finally found a good one. But what was yours?
you either lose both of your feet
Mm-hmm.
or you don't have control of when you take a shit.
Can I get prosthetic feet, or like do I have to
No,
get
no,
in
you
a
have
wheelchair?
to have. You gotta live with nubs. You can't make it easy.
So I can't walk. I've lost the ability to walk.
Yeah, you gotta be in a wheelchair now.
Damn.
You can still use your legs still work and stuff. Like you like, but you can't. You got nubs.
I got nubs. So I could like maybe be one of the like the kicky foot guy. Like I could wheel my
Yeah,
okay.
you could be the kicky foot guy. Yeah.
Okay, I have you. So okay, you know what? This goes back to the other question. I'm not a paraplegic. I have use of my dick. I'm just missing my feet. I would miss walking. And Texas is not great with ADA regulations, even though our governor is in a wheelchair. But yeah, no, 100%. I'll be in a I like being in a wheelchair. I get to the airports fast from the lines at Disneyland, like all this cool shit. It is much better than being on stage tonight,
being on stage.
2 minutes into my 20-minute set and shitting my pants.
I can't help it. I'm sorry. I decided to keep my feet.
That was a good one though, because it did have that had me thinking for a second. But yeah, I think it's again, you got to look. What it's always like the way to look at these would you rather is what is the risk that you're like giving up to benefit, and that's how I kind of do it.
See, I'd keep my feet. I would just be on a liquid diet all the time, and then that way I don't have to shit ever.
No. You're gonna no. So fun fact, my mom used to be very fat, like close to 400 pounds, obese woman. She got the lap band, lost like 180 pounds. I mean, you see my mom. You'd never think she was a fat person before. Before the lap band, she wasn't just some quitter who got fat and grabbed the lap band. I watched my mom try everything, and she tried that whole like Jenny Craig, you drink the liquid diets, and she literally said, she goes, that, and I think she said it maybe on here is why I don't feel bad disclosing it, is she said that when she was on that diet, she would just uncontrollably shit her pants because you've only had liquid. So like your butthole, your anal flaps are not meant to keep in liquid like that. So like she would think like, ooh, my stomach's, and think it's a fart and then poop like a gallon of liquid. Like, so like you would be shitting your pants with a liquid diet anyway.
I guess I gotta get to my feet. I can't.
Also, think about the last time you shit your pants, Dom, and the fear, the genuine fear,
dude.
and like the how much like this is a good segue into the next one, but like, bro, like you had the same fear of like you're driving drunk and like a cop siren comes on behind you as like the last time you were sitting in a car in traffic and you went hurt and you went and you clench your butt cheeks and you're like, please don't tell me any guy. Please don't tell me.
When's the last time you shit your pants? Have you shit your pants as an adult?
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, like, shit. I've sharted. Is that is there a difference between it?
No, I think sharding is like full on shitting your pants is one thing, but like I think sharding is different. I've done that. I did it in San Francisco.
I've sharted like I shart like 2 to 3 times a year. Like my stomach gets messed up easily. I also am like really bad with sugar. So like there's nights. I have a great metabolism, but there's nights where I eat like a 400-pound man, and then my body can't handle it the next day, and that's when it's happened before. Like I've ate something kind of rough, but like shit, like full on, like not like liquid, not a shark, like a shark came out. I don't think I've done.
Bro, it happened to me in San Francisco.
Were you like sick?
No, we were on. It was me, Rolf, and G were out in San Francisco to do a show in the Tenderloin, and we were staying at this god awful crack hotel, dude, and like. I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I ran up to the bathroom and like thought I had to fart. And like, I was like, oh fuck, that's definitely not. And then in the middle of going to the bathroom, bro, I tried to courtesy flush and the toilet flooded. So I had to fucking take my jeans off on the toilet and go straight into the shower, bro, and turn the shower on.
Bro, that's a new fear I've never had because I'm a courtesy flush guy.
I'm telling you.
And now I didn't realize that a courtesy flush can have consequences.
And not did it just flood, bro. Like the water came up and touched my ass. And then like literally, dude, like I was on the toilet and I did one of these numbers where like I lifted my feet up because I had my jeans around my ankles. I was like, no. And then I had to like kick them off, like throw them up on the thing, like jump up out of the thing, and, like run into the shower. And then I hear Rolf and Galen coming back in the room like, don't fucking come in here, dude. Because like the bathroom was flooded. There's shit water on the floor. Like, bro, we got that hotel for free because, like, I get down there afterwards and I was like, we're not fucking paying for this, bro.
Dude, I had that
like,
happen.
Get out of here.
Did they or immediately were they like, our bad?
He tried to argue with us.
Same, bro. I had the same thing.
Kidding me, bro?
Except I slept. The toilet flooded while we were asleep. So I woke up. Alarm went off like 10:30. Hey, we gotta go to the hotel. And I step out of bed and I'm in ankle deep water.
Oh,
and then I open the door and someone in the hallway is like, what the fuck did you do? And this guy's screaming at me like it's my fault. And I shout out Bill Burr. That was like, you listen to the MMP. Like that was when he was like, say this is unacceptable. And I just sat at the front desk and told him it was unacceptable. Finally, when I left, the guy was like, we'll refund you half. And I was like, no. And he's like, I'm done talking. That's what you do. And I looked at him, I said, this sucks for you. I go, this is my mom's credit card. She's a 10-year member. They're going to far believe that you fraudulent charged her for this hotel in Nashville, Tennessee, than that she refused to pay her bill. So you can take this, but I promise you, Amex will not make me pay for this. So you can refund it and make it right, or you can go through all the fucking hassle. And like 10 minutes later, bring, hello. Hey, this is the hotel. We're really sorry. It's our fault. We want to let you know that we're going to refund the whole thing. Wow. Like, and I was like, fuck you.
The dude tried to argue. Dude, our toilet flooded. Our light fixture was held onto the wall by a shoestring, literally. Our window wouldn't close, and it was freezing balls in San Francisco when we went, dude. Like, I came down, and I was like the fucking office had a sign that said no customers in the office. And I fucking walked right past the guy standing in the doorway and then stood at the counter. And the guy looks back, and he's like, what the hell, dude? And like walks in back around the counter. He's like, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, we're not paying for this, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, what's the problem? I'm like, our room's full of shit water. The light fixture's hanging off the wall. The window doesn't close anymore. And the guy's like, well, I can give you half. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
You can give us all of it, bro. Like, we're not paying for this, dog. Like, or I can call the city and let them know what's going on here, dude. Like,
yeah. Nah, that like we on this tour, we have a hotel budget of $60 a night. So I'm sure we'll be in some of those if the guy doesn't book us. So I'm fingers crossed he books most, but there's a few nights where we're going to be responsible. And I'm like, I already talked to him. I was like, hey man, if there's an $85 hotel, that's only $6 more each. Like, let's not stay in like the ghetto. Like, let's not, step on a dirty needle.
It's part of the fun of being on the road, dude.
It is though.
You get to walk into a hooker outside
but it's
your front
like
door.
for $6, bro. Like that's like 2 beers. I'll have 2 less beers to not die.
Yeah, dude. I'll never go back to San Francisco, by the way.
I don't
just put this officially out there. I hope San Francisco burns to the ground. And I hope it separates off and floats into the fucking ocean, never to be seen again, dude.
All right, we will do one more Would You Rather here, and then we gotta get out of here, head up to the show and shit. Would you rather be a passenger in a car while there's a blackout drunk person driving, or be in a car while a blind person is driving?
I mean, I've driven with Galen plenty of times, so
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much both at the same time.
Yeah, you're right.
At least the drunk guy can see 2 of everything, so he knows what to avoid, maybe.
Yeah, that's why shout out Andrew Tarr, because he's not really a big drinker, so we got a DD for a lot of the tour, because I do not want that decision where you're like, we'll take an Uber, and then you get so drunk, you like kind of come to, and you're like, I'm in a car. Oh no, yeah, Galen's driving it. He was drunker than me. Fuck.
Dude, I'm telling you, there were so many times we did Fresno where like we both left just shit faced. I'm like, he's like, how are we getting home? I'm like, how are we getting home? He's like, I'm driving. I'm like, all right, fuck it.
See, I'm at the point in my life, like I got a credit card and like money, like, I mean, I'm pretty broke, but I have a credit card, like
Uber money.
I'll get an Uber.
Yeah.
Over like I'll take eating a $20 Uber, like over making that risk.
Yeah.
But I do understand that I don't think that there's going to be Ubers in Anoka, Minnesota.
Probably
not.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
There's one Uber
he's drunk.
And he's drunk. He's definitely pulls up with a 6-pack. Going.
Complimentary beer in the back.
I'm not as drunk as you, don't worry. Complimentary beer in the back.
Dude, I could do this for a whole nother fucking hour at the We actually almost did an hour, so we gotta get the fuck out of here and get up there. Dude, yeah, when you're back, I'll have you on probably all the time. It'll be a good ass time. We'll have you on.
Thanks for having me on, dude. I love your podcast, man.
Nah, thank you for always doing it. Thank you for making the trek down here, doing the show tonight, coming out, and
thank you for having me on the show tonight.
No, of course.
I come out for vacation and you got me on the show. I mean, it's fucking rad, bro.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, this is fun. This will be good. And we'll fucking do this again. I want to give you a second plug your Instagram, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, dude, follow my Instagram. It's at Extended Midget. Easy to remember.
Great name.
Listen to my game. Dude, I've had someone told me to change it once, and I was like, never.
Fuck them.
How about never?
Fuck them.
Dude? Why? So you can have it? Fuck off.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
No one ever forget. Like our Uber driver was like, "Oh, you do comedy? You're going to Austin?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "What's your Instagram, man?" I was like, "Extended Midget." Dude, laugh for like 2 straight minutes. He's like, "But what is it really?" I'm like, "No, that's it, dude." Listen to my podcast, Solo Brolo podcast. Yep. Please listen to that. And support this guy, man. Listen to this fucking podcast.
Dude. Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny if they were like somehow stumbling upon the outro and they're like, "Oh yeah, I should listen to his podcast.
listen to his
They've only
podcast.
listened to this
Just
part
this
of
part.
it.
Maybe
Like I like to
will.
see how a host really ties together a podcast. For me, the resolution is the most important part of the story.
I just like to know how they're feeling afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, go show him some love. His link to his Instagram's in the bio and all that, so you can find it. Yeah, guys, thank you guys for listening. Sorry that like I said, I did it poorly explained at the start, but sorry that there was kind of a gap in between episodes and they weren't weekly. It'll be back to that, and we'll be back at the Creek Studio from here on out. We just going on the road makes things complicated, but hopefully when I talk to you guys the next time, this will have been a great tour, and hopefully you're not listening to this episode in memoriam of me.
Nah, you'll make it, dude.
Yeah. No, I'll make it. Good vibes into the universe. All right, thank you guys. Please rate, review, and subscribe if this is your first time or your 139th time. I appreciate you. Most importantly, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
Yeah, check it out now. It's like this, Shaw. It's like that, Anna. It's like this, Shaw. It's like that, Anna. Like that. Check it out now. Check it out. Yo, this one right here is about a girl. And you've seen this girl before if you've been to any club in the whole wide world. Check it out. Her nickname's Last Resort.